So today, we're going to break down a short but just incredibly powerful scene from the Convergence. We're going to see how it builds this entire world of tension, grief, and intrigue. It's amazing how just a few lines, a few precise details can create this massive emotional impact. It starts right here. No long introduction, no preamble, just Kramatorsk, Thursday, 2:23 p.m. Now, this isn't just a setting, it's a statement. It drops us immediately into a super specific moment with this real sense of urgency. It feels less like a novel and more like a field report, giving it this raw, cinematic feel from the very first word. All right, so we're starting inside hospital room 317. This whole first part is really about how the author sets the mood, the atmosphere, and just instantly lets you know what's at stake. And here we meet our two central characters. The scene is simple enough. OKSANA is visiting her brother, Taras. But check out the context. Awake for the first time. That just loads this moment with this incredible sense of fragility, right? You immediately get that something awful has happened, and this reunion is just hanging by a thread. And this is where the writing just shines. It's this intimate detail that builds such a deep connection so fast. It's not just that his eyes are clear, no. It's that they are their mother's eyes. Wow. In just one little phrase, you feel their entire shared history, their family bond, and the real person who's still there despite his injuries. Okay, so to really feel the weight of this scene, we gotta get the backstory. This is where you see a very personal family grief just explode into a huge military tragedy. So here are the cold, hard facts. Taras is part of the 93rd Mechanized Brigade. His unit got hit, and hit hard, in an attack on January 5th. This really grounds the story, It tells us that whatever happened to him, it wasn't just some random, isolated thing. 14. See how the narrative just isolates this number? It forces you to just sit with it. Before you even know what it means, that number feels heavy, stark, kind of chilling. It's such a deliberate choice to make you feel the scale of the loss. And this is just brilliant. Look at how it's presented. Brothers. Dead. The text is fragmented, right? That's exactly how your brain processes shocking news. It's not a smooth sentence. It's just these two brutal facts, one after the other. 14, brothers, dead. The way it's written actually mimics the psychological shock of it all. And right here, this is where everything flips. The whole story pivots. We go from a tragedy of war to a conspiracy of betrayal. This is the moment the entire narrative just turns on its head. Just listen to this line from Taras. Think about it. His first words to his sister since the attack. They aren't, "Where am I?" or "What happened?" Nope. They are, "You found something." That immediately tells you there's a much deeper, darker story going on here. And this is the kicker. It wasn't a question. It was a statement. He's not asking, he's telling her. This means Taras already suspects something is wrong, and he knows his sister has been looking into it. It just creates this incredible suspense, pulling you in, making you wonder, okay, what awful truth have these two uncovered? So this slide really just reframes everything for us. On one side, you have the tragedy as we first saw it, but on the other, you have the betrayal. The death of those 14 soldiers wasn't just some random act of war. It wasn't bad luck. No, it was a targeted hit, and it was only possible because someone on the inside sold them out. So this reveal, this betrayal, it crystallizes the entire story around this one really powerful theme, a theme that's now going to define the bond between OKSANA and Taras. And here it is. This is the thematic anchor for this whole chapter, maybe for the whole story. Blood calls to blood. After what they've just discovered together, this phrase takes on a whole new profound meaning. And that's the crucial point, right? In this story, this isn't just some old saying. It's given a new, really urgent definition. It's about this bond of truth between a brother and sister, a bond that becomes their number one allegiance, stronger than anything else, even stronger than the chaos of the war raging around them. All right, so let's wrap this up by looking at how this shared truth totally reshapes their relationship. It's not just information, it transforms them. It gives them this shared mission against the giant backdrop of the conflict. And that's really the ultimate power of this scene. War is supposed to create fractures. It isolates people. It destroys things. But here, the discovery of this one dangerous truth does the exact opposite.
It creates this absolutely unbreakable alliance between a brother and sister, and it unites them with a single dangerous purpose.
And so this is the question the scene leaves us hanging with. Taras and Oksana, they're not just victims of a war anymore. Now they're facing an enemy from within. And that just powerfully shifts the story from one about survival to one about justice. It leaves you wondering, what on earth are they going to do with this devastating knowledge?